All right, Julie, thank you. And back out here live in front of Grand Rapids Police Headquarters, we've heard the chants, we've heard the yells, we've heard the screams for justice. There are meaningful conversations happening and taking place right now. They're talking, they're talking this out, describing what they want to happen and what they want to come from all this. There's a wide range of people out here. We're seeing the young, the old. We've seen children, we've seen black and white. We've seen the scope of people ranges from the stoplight down here next to the Grand Rapids Police Department to about 100 yards to our left. We've also heard tonight from the NAACP Grand Rapids branch in the last hour. Our Lauren Edwards joins us live with more on what the president had to say. Lauren.
Yeah, because you know what? They were paying attention as well to that video. They just wrapped up their press conference right next to me here at their offices. And I'm going to read from my notes of just what was said. And I know the big thing that they said is we need radical reform, police reform, and all of this. Clee Jackson, the president, calling for a legitimate, full and unbiased investigation. Those were the three words that he used. He says, right now the focus is on the surveillance, and they too were questioning the body cam video and how it, went off right during that struggle, right before Patrick died. And they said that there was no reason to use the taser, that Patrick was unarmed, and he also had control of Patrick because he had him from behind. Now the NAACP, again, they were paying close attention to this, Clee Jackson on Sunday saying that they needed full transparency, full release. And he says after watching it, this is, quote, straight up murder. And they say this should not have happened for a simple traffic infraction.
He had the discretion how he wanted to pursue that young man. As a trained officer of the law over a simple traffic infraction. And some will say, but he probably had warrants out. Well, you had a witness that was there on site. You had the vehicle. If it was that serious to this community, if he was such a threat to this community, I'm sure local law enforcement agents would have probably apprehended him later that day or within the week.
So they also talked about things that they want to see moving forward. Number one, criminal liability. Number two, they want the officer fired. And number three, they also want the officer decertified. And again, they also talked about revisiting the strategic plan, even how when they offered and they created their strategic plan along with a few other local organizations and the ACLU, that they said that the city didn't take much of what they said. So they said that this is a good time to actually revisit that. And just like the family, they are calling for police. But again, we're going to continue to stay on this and give you guys updates as we get them. Reporting live in Grand Rapids, Lauren Edwards, Fox 17 News.